Welcome to Stretch. Today we're going to do stretches that release, and I want us to think about using gravity and not power. So this really opens us up naturally. And then if you decide to apply some pressure, go ahead. But I want us to see what our body can do just by holding a little bit and by opening. It's going to be very, very traditional kinds of stuff. I just got off a long trip. My body feels so stiff, and so it's all about me. Anyway, I would mark this one for when you get off a trip or when you're off of a long project or something, or anytime. It's going to be great. So I want to start in tabletop position. So let's come on over with our hands under our shoulders and our knees under our hips, our head going across the room. It's almost like you're pushing it across the room. Have the feet flat in the back so that you don't feel any perch in your ankles or any stiffness. Don't push hard with your arms. Just feel like it's just holding you up. Take a nice inhale and exhale as we roll through the cat and cow. So that's going to be our opener. Inhale to the cat, pushing your glute and your head together. Exhale to the cow. Exhale to the cat. Inhale through the cow, pushing your head and glutes together, and then arch into the cat. So I'll stop talking and we'll inhale and exhale. I want to do at least 8 of these, just getting ourselves really kind of loose in the vertebrae, and then we're going to try to get loose in the hips. And then here's number 4. And again, let it go naturally a little farther every time. If it's in there, if it's not, that's how it goes. And let's do 3 more. And 2 more. And last one, holding the cat. Just hold it. Now, open up the fingertips, widen the hand, and rock back and forth. Just putting some vibrations and some stuff in the nervous system. We're going to do that 8 times, so you have 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and last one. Walk those hands a little bit forward. I want you to take one leg back into a flex and just hold it. If you don't have hip concerns, drop the heel out to the outside. Bring it back to center, drop the heel to the inside. And you can feel the opening in the groin muscle. And back to center. Let's do that again. Inhale and exhale back to center, to the inside, toward the other foot. Inhale and exhale back to center 2 more times, taking it out. And it might go farther every time, it might not. In and up. Last one. Out. Good. And over. I love the feeling that you get in the hip. And then flatten the foot and draw it back in. Let's go to the other side. Take that foot out into the flex, not too hard. Again, we're trying to work within our power right now. Drop it to the outside. Inhale and exhale back to center toward the other leg, and then back to center. Take it out. We're talking about the heel, right? Good. And over. Again, out. And you might feel more range of motion. You might not. I definitely am, because I was so stiff. So I'm not going to my natural range of motion yet. And over. We got 4 more. Out. And over. 3 more. Out. And again, make sure that you're holding your head into a position that is aligned and moving across the room. Out and over. Keep the breathing. Inhale and exhale. And last one, inhale and exhale. Flatten the foot and bring it back to center. Bring those arms back under the shoulders. We're going to circle the hips. So take the hips around very gently. Again, we're only doing what our body's able to do at this point. 3 and 4, 8 times in one direction. 5, 6, 7, and 8. And reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it back to center. I'd like you to take one arm out only, flatten it softly, and sit behind it. Only as far as feels comfortable. Again, We want to feel our body take us to a place naturally, not because we're using power. And hold it back there, breathing. Getting shoulder stretch here and lat stretch. Almost everything you need to do, you can do in tabletop. That is the most safe position. It's one we use with prenatal. All right, slide it back in as you bring yourself up. Reach the other arm up first, take the arm out first, and then sit back behind it. And you might find that depending on the arm, you're going to go back a different distance. It's not important to land your glutes. It's only important to do this action. Make sure you're breathing deeply. Slide the arm back in as you bring yourself up. We're going to take ourselves back first, and now reach the arms forward. And just feel all of that opening along the side. Now walk both hands to one side of the mat. So you're taking the right hands to the left side and feeling a stretch in your hip. And it's okay if you don't go far. Again, be wary of anything that pulls or pinches. If you feel anything, stay in the center. And then walk them over to the other side of the mat and push into the hip on the other side. Keeping your head centered. You're not trying to swing your upper body over there. And then back to center. Come up onto your fingertips and bring yourself up. And then you're getting a nice arm stretch there. All right. Then we're going to tuck those legs under as we bring ourselves around. Come to the top third of your mat and then bring yourself down vertebrae by vertebrae. And then we're going to lengthen both legs. Put your arms in cactus. And I want you to feel where you're touching. And if there's an uneven landing moment here. So are your glutes even? You can actually put your fingers at the top of your ASIS bones to see if your pelvis is even. Mine's actually more even than I expected. Because I crossed my legs a lot on the plane, so I'm surprised. Okay, we're bringing one leg in. And we're going to hold on the shin and just hold it in. Don't yank it in. We're not yanking. We're not pulling. We're holding, right? We're holding. And breathe deeply into it. Of course, your belly button's to the spine to support your back. But if your back does not feel supported enough, slide the other leg to tabletop or to bring it into flat foot. Then you'll get more leg support. What the benefit of having the leg long is the pelvic stretch, but we can get that other way. So if you need to protect your back, just bring that leg in, okay? All right, let me go back out again. Good. Now I'm going to take a nice deep breath, inhale and exhale. And if you have a little bit more power to bring it in, then just bring it in just a little bit more. You don't want to feel anything go ouch. You just want to feel your body say, oh yeah, I got more room. So if your body talks, what would it say? Good. Just breathe into it. Now we're going to bring that leg in. We're going to take this leg on top of it. Don't push it out. You know, when we go to pigeon, sometimes the first thing we want to do is get it flat and open. I just want your leg to just like stay over there. And then get on the toes of your standing leg and rock back and forth. Just rock. We're not twisting or curling over or doing a spinal twist or anything. We're just rocking that leg back and forth. We're vibrating through those hips and through that back. You can even feel it in the rectus spinae coming down the bottom of your back. Good. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And 1. Now put the heel down. Good job. You're going to take the foot off the floor. And we're not pushing the inside today. We're just going to let it hold right here. And we're going to let the other leg be the pressure for the opening of the hip, rather than our hand or our elbow, which we usually use. But of course, you could go progressive on it if you want. So let's put our hand, one or both hands behind the leg, and then extend that leg. See, that provides enough pressure for the hip to open up. If it's too much pressure, put the leg back down. Beautiful. We're going to take both legs to the sky. Good. Just holding them up there. And then landing them down to the floor. You're going to have the opposite leg in flex, and you're going to bring the second leg in. Again, you don't have to squeeze hard. It's up to you. We just want where we want the action to be is right here in the front of the pelvis. So that's part of what we're doing here. Great. Beautiful. Again, if you need to bring that leg in to give your back more support, and most of you know how to determine whether your back needs support or not. Sometimes we want to bust through a move, and it's not a great idea, right? Good. Just feeling the opening. This one feels more profound in the lying leg for me than in the squeezing leg, of course. All right, we're going to bring that leg in. We're going to cross the foot over, right? And just hold it right there, and then come onto your toes, and we're going to rock. Feeling some loosening. Good. And good. Now we're going to take it off the floor, putting the hand underneath. Both are one if you want to. Ooh. And then take it up to the ceiling. Nice. You don't have to be holding that leg at all. There's going to be enough oppositional pressure here that's going to provide the kind of opening that we're looking for. Now we're going to take that leg to tabletop, bring the other leg beside it, put the hands underneath, elbows out to the side, and we're going to massage the back. There we go. Beautiful. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good job. Last one. Now take those feet to the floor. Drop the knees out to the side. The bottom of the feet are together. Put your hands open underneath your thighs. I'm assuming there's some room underneath your thighs. You want to lift up a little bit and make sure your shoulder blades are down your back. You don't want them up by your shoulders. So you lift up and drop them down the mat. Get a little bit more stretch in the shoulders, and you get a lot more alignment, right? Shoulders. Good. Breathe into it. All right, we're going to bring those legs up. We're going to, again, take one leg to tabletop. I'd like to have a pointed foot now, and then take it straight up to the ceiling. We're going to point, bend, flex, bend, point, bend, flex, bend, point. Last one, bend, flex after this. Do 4. Bend, point, bend, flex, and then point the foot and rotate it 4 times in one direction. And 4, and then 4 in the opposite. Make sure you still keep breathing. Don't hold your breath, although this feels like one action, right? All right, start to bring it down toward your face. We're not yanking, we're bringing, and we're doing the action. So you can hold on wherever, or if you have a towel nearby, just put it there for support or to make your arms longer, not to yank it down. We'll get more progressive as the class goes, so don't worry that you're not going to get enough, stretching. I promise. Now, I'd like to put your hand at the bottom of your head and then curl yourself up. And we're opening our back, we're opening our vertebrae while we have our leg in this position. It's a very safe kind of opening. Go ahead and hold it there. And now we're going to do a tiny twist. If you don't want to do this, don't do it. But bring your elbow over to your knee. It's very supported by the hip plant across the back, the belt that's come down the hip girdle. And just hold it right there. Nice. These are great double stretches right here. Open up your arms again, lower your head, and release your arm down, and bring that leg to beside the other one on the floor. Great job. All right, we're going to take the other side up. And oops, I hit some weights. or up to a point, bend, flex. Ouch, this one's dying. Bend, point, bend, flex, bend, point, bend, flex. 4 more, bend, point, bend, flex. 3 more. Breathing, good. Bend, flex, bend, point, bend, flex. Last one, bend, point, bend, flex. Then you're going to point it, and wherever you can reach, just start to descend. Mine has no range of motion on this side. And that's what I have to just live with. Good. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And now you're going to put your hand behind your head and bring it up. And then rotate that elbow toward the knee for a small twist right here. This is a kind of twist that doesn't pull through your hip like a lot of twists do. So I like it when we have inhibited motion. Come back to the center and bring it down, and those feet go down. And then I'd like them to drop out into that butterfly one more time. This time I want you to lay your hands on the middle of the thighs. It's not pushing, just a little bit of pressure is going to allow your legs to open up. So just that little weight creates a little bit of desire for your legs. They're like, oh, I can go that little more distance. Nice. Breathe into it. Now I'd like you to bring the back leg over, come over onto your side and put your arms out in front of you. All right, we're going to take the arm and bring it over the ear first and reach, 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 reach. So that nice lat stretch right there. If you want a little bit more opening in the back, just bring those legs up a little bit more to a lap. Okay, so you have a nice long line from your knees to your hips. Now, you can stay here, or you can take the arm over into a spinal, passive spinal twist, and then rotate your head in that direction. You can feel the stretch. Now, if you're feeling a pull you don't like, put your arm back over that ear. Stay safe. Don't live the illusion that because you can reach the beads, you should. Then bring that arm back around and then push into the floor and lengthen your legs and get onto your elbow. Right here. Nice. Beautiful. Lift yourself up. Have a long line from here to this reaching arm. Now the arm goes over your head. You're going to pull through, pushing with your fingertips. And then sweep it down and let it land. Nice. Now you can bring the leg up or you can bring it up into a quad stretch. So you can either have tabletop, pull it right there, or bring it into a quad stretch. It's important that you do on one side the thing that you're going to do on the other. Always go toward with the injury or the harm part. So if you know on the other side you can't do a quad stretch, then just stay at tabletop, right? Okay. Always honor your injuries or your parts that need attention. Now, what I'd like you to do is drop that leg behind the other leg and bring your arm forward. So you have a little bit of an opening here in the groin. Great. Now you're going to push through and bring yourself up. Just balance yourself on that hand. If you feel like that's too much of a turn, because that's a little bit of a turn, I'd like you to stack your legs. Okay. That's a little bit of a pull here. It's an odd pull, so your body may not be used to it. Let's bring the arms up again. Good. This time, a curl over. and then bring it up. Now you're gonna put both hands down. I'd like you to stack the legs and then rotate your chest toward the floor. Stack your hands and put your head down. And then flatten yourself, pull yourself up. We're gonna take all of this to the other side. So we're starting in that side position. Got your legs at tabletop, or halfway to tabletop. Your arms are reaching out. Your head is on the floor. You have alignment as much as you can. Your belly button's to the spine. And you're going to take the arm overhead. And then sweep it down. Good. Beautiful. And then you're going to take it behind your ear. Breathe into it. Partway to the twist. It's windy out there. All right, you can take the arm all the way over into the spinal twist if that's available to you. Again, you want to be sure that you're not pulling anything. I know that you're strong. You know that you're strong. But we have to honor our bodies. Feels so good. I don't want to leave. Sorry. All right, bring it over. And we're going to push up. Our arms are right here. You're going to lengthen those legs. And we're going to take it first to tabletop. And you can keep it there. Or we're going to take it into quad stretch if that's available to you on both sides. Release it, and you're going to take it back to tabletop, then drop the knee behind. Drop the knee behind. There you go. Now, you can either stack the legs or stay where you are and come on up into that balanced position. Beautiful. And then come over into that curl. Okay, from here, we're going to come into a seated position. Nice. And we're going to put one leg in and one leg out. Now, if this is not comfortable to your knee, you can actually take the leg out, right? Just have it at an angle so that you're not parallel. We want to create that emphasis in the center. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is put our hands behind us, the fingertips pointed away, and lift yourself up. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Don't push hard into the floor. You're lifting. You're not pushing down. This isn't like creating opposition. You're just lifting your head to the ceiling. But be sure you're relaxed. You don't want like your arms perching, you're shaking. It's not an arm exercise. This is a lift, right? Get those, just relax those hands away from you. Then turn the fingers forward and put them beside your hips. And you're going to hinge toward the corner of the room. I'm trying to remember to keep my foot parallel in front because it keeps dropping out to the side. If it's not comfortable parallel to the front, let it drop. But if you can keep it parallel to the front, then you're going to get more of an aligned groin action here. Now, any of these positions might be as far as you can go. So feel good about that. All right, we're going to bring those elbows in front of us. And come on down. Now you can stay there or you can walk your hands out as you stretch your arms forward. And then slide it back in, stacking everything. And then we're going to crazy wild thing. Baby wild thing. If you can't do this, that's fine. But what you're going to do is put your hand behind you, rotate toward the knee, and lift your arm over your head. Don't imagine that you have to support yourself on that hand. Your support is actually the whole body here. And a lot of people say, oh, this kills my shoulder. Well, you're pushing too hard with your hand. All right, get on your fingertips if you need to. All right, come on down and just drop forward into the center as far as you can go. And let yourself let gravity take over. So I'm leaving you here a long time to let gravity take over. So if you're breathing, your body's probably moving. You're not making it move. It's probably moving on its own. We loosened it up and it probably feels different. Yeah, mine keeps going, so you're on my clock. All right, I'd like you to pull up under the rib cage and bring yourself up, vertebrae by vertebrae, stacking your head over your spine. Let's go to the other side. Okay. All right, hands behind us and that lift. We do everything the same. And again, you can have your leg out into that position if you can't quite get it. Try to keep your leg parallel without flexing the whole leg, like pushing it to the hamstring. If you can't, let it drop out. It's okay. All right, I don't feel straight on this side, so I'm going to try to get my alignment a little more there. Good. Put your hands beside your hips. We're going to go to that hinge. Remember, the hinge is the whole body going in. You're using the hip flexors here. It's not just a curl, right? You don't curl on your back yet. Beautiful. Now your elbows to the floor or in the direction of the floor. And come on down. Don't worry about descending here. We're going to get that later. We're just kind of opening all the points of flexion right now, flexibility right now. All right, baby wild thing, you're going to curl yourself up. Put your hand behind your thigh. Come on over to that reach. This puts all those parts together. Nice, and you're going to bring yourself down and let yourself descend, hands on both sides of your leg. And we're going to stay here for a moment. There's a point where it'll stop. Don't feel self-conscious about that. Just listen to what's going on. And what I'd like you to do, if there's a place where it stops, I want you to say, what's stopping me? Is it my hips? Is it my back? Is it something in my vertebrae? Is it in my groin or in my glutes? Any of those places, you're going to feel it. It's going to be something connected to your hips, that's for sure. All right, pull up through that belly button. And we're going to try to go wide. If you can't go wide, that's okay. Whatever wide for you is good. Wide could be here. Whatever wide for you is good. I haven't been open like this in at least 3 weeks because I haven't had soft surface. I've done all my exercises standing. So right now, just being in this position is an exercise. So I feel that right now. So what's important is that you're on your sit bones. So I suggest you can bend your knees so that you're on your sit bones. So you do not have to be flat or or completely straight. You can be just holding your whole body up with a little bit of a perch right here, which is cool. That's fine. First thing we're gonna do is walk a little bit forward. So put your fingertips here in front of your groin and just little fingertip walks, like little spider walks. And then I want you to stop. And just drop your shoulders. Make sure your head's looking toward the exercise and not toward the screen. And then walk those fingers just a little bit more to take yourself into descent. Yep. And stop. Now you're looking down at your mat or your rug or your tiled floor or your horrible oatmeal wall to wall that I have. And then start to slide those hands as far as your body will go, no further. We're going to let gravity do the rest. All right, once you find your point, you hang out there and just breathe and see what happens. Again, your legs can be bent. Shoulders are away from your ears. Shoulder blades are running down your back, even though you're reaching forward. Now I want you to flatten your hands and open them, and then extend your arms long. So you're looking ahead to the corner of the floor. Again, I'm trying to get both elemental and holistic stretches here. So you'll be doing a part, and then we try to put them together. All right, slide it back in, and then we're putting our hand behind the leg. The arm comes over the ear into a curl down. So you're putting your rib cage toward your hip. You're going to fold toward the leg if you can. Bringing your hands beside for the straddle. Bringing the other arm inside to a forward fold. Bringing the other arm outside into that side bend here, the fold here. Then you're going to unfold, putting your arm over your ear. And then you're going to bring it back up. Let's take that in the other direction. Hand behind the leg, curl down. Fold over the knee. Both arms to the center. Over the other knee. Unfold to the side. And bring yourself up to lift. Now we're going to take this a little bit quicker so that we get some flow into it. So coming over, fold down, slide center, slide over, open up to the center, come over, fold down, slide to center, slide to fold, unfold, and up. And one, just at your own pace. I'm going to just give you some time, and you do it at your own pace, to the side, to the fold, to the center, fold, fold, and up. And you can be going slower than me, that's fine. Nice, to the fold, over, and up. Good. In this position, I want you to relax your legs, let them drop or whatever they want. Roll your shoulders back 8 times. 1, 2, small rolls. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring those legs together and bounce them. Good. Now 40-40 or 90-90. What? 40-40. So 90 means one leg's across the top of the mat. The other one's out from your hip. Now, if you cannot do this, what I prefer to an angle here is a stack, because that way you get more of the 90-90. So when we're lifting the top leg, you're going to just be lifting the top leg in that stack. It's going to be safer. So you're either in the 90-90, the leg is coming out from the hip, got 98-degree angles, or you're in the stack. I want your hands inside, unless you're in the stack, of course, you have them on the outside. All right, we're going to lift the back leg. We're going to lift it up. This is an internal rotation, and down. What I need the most in my body, we're going to do this 8 times. Good. 3. Perfect. 4. 5. Ouch. 6. Remember, side to side, so I'm knowing that it's working. 7. And we're going to hold it up here on 8 if you can. Again, same thing if you're stacked. 8. Let's flatten that foot. I'm going to put the arm around it just to lift my body more. So grabbing on the calf, shin, I'm lifting my body up. Trying to create a nice, huge opening here. One that isn't very comfortable for me. Looks like it could be simple, right? All right, let's put it down. Stack those legs. Swing them forward and take them to the other side. All right, 90-90 if you can. Don't be out, right? We want to be lifted in position here. And don't grip your feet. Your feet should be relaxed. Let's go 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. 6, 7. And flatten that leg and reach around and lift yourself up. Beautiful. And now we're going to put our hands behind us and bring those legs nice and wide in front of us and drops through the windshield wipers. That's rotators, right? You're keeping your belly button to the spine to support. You're not resting on your hands at all. You're lifting and never pushing down, right? The only time we push down is downward facing dog, but we're also lifting in every direction there too. Let's do 3 more sets. Make sure you're looking in the direction of the exercise. Don't torque toward the camera. 2 and 3. All right, from here, just do a little bit of a descent, and then we're going to flip around and get standing. So hands beside the legs, and however far your body can go. Let your hands drift forward as you come down. And wherever your stopping point is, you stop. No pushing today. It's about gravity. Drop your shoulders away from your ears, please. Slide in, stacking, 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 stacking. Yay. And then tuck under, turn around, and we're going to go into downward facing dog. So some of you may need to do this on a couch, on a chair, on some kind of standing thing rather than the floor. But this is a very important position for us. So find your pedestal or be on the floor. I'd like you to start in tabletop and tuck your toes into the floor. So you've got flexed feet. So you feel the back of your feet opening up and the heel pushing toward the ceiling, and you have a stretch in your ankle, which is important. I'd like you to lift those knees off the floor and your glutes toward the ceiling, reaching your hands out on the pedestal that you're using or on the floor. And we're just going to hold it here a little bit. I want our bodies to feel comfortable in this position. We're not creating too much tension. You don't have to make everything long now. The one thing I want you to do is feel like somebody's pulling you by the waist. That's like right now what I want the most. These other things we'll work on as we go. Good, breathe. And especially if you're using like a seat, having your pull upward is going to create more of the downward dog benefits than not, right? So having that feeling somebody's pulling you by the waist, right? All right, so let's take one knee toward the floor and let the heel on the other side come down. And you'll feel that stretch in your hip. Don't let the arms respond. Just keep them nice and long. Sometimes when we bend our legs, we want to bend our arms too. And then switch. Pedal to the other side. Same thing. And now we're going to do a double time. So push and push and push and push and push. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1. Let's now, both your heels are probably going to go a little bit deeper to the floor without much effort. Beautiful. Walk it in. Walk those babies together wherever you can hang, and it can have some softness in these if you want. Nice. And then halfway fold, let's put those hands on our thighs. Push your head straight across the room. A lot of people in halfway fold drop their head down and look between their legs. I'd rather have you push across the room. Put your shoulder blades down. And then somebody punches you in the belly and you come up vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae. And then we're coming back to the center. Our legs are more than sit bone width apart. We're going to drive one arm by our ear. Just hold it there. And the other arm's going to start to descend, walking down the side of your body. Get a little bit of a move toward the corner of the room. Swing that lower arm back and forth. Right. You're going to get a little more descent when you do that. Nice. And now stop the arm. Put the hand over the ear and guide it across. Sweep it up. Bring it down. Let's go to the other side. Same thing. Put the arm beside the head. Use your fingertips to walk down the side of the leg. Wherever your body ends, it's fine. You're not curling over. Right? And then swing that arm back and forth. This is a little movement to swing, but it creates difference, right? Yeah. And then put the hand on that off ear and take that head across. And bring it back to center. Keep that arm up there. Bring the other arm up. You're going to pull up and create a nice tall body. And now we're going to bend that elbow and bring it to rib cage to hips. If there's anything happening here, you change your position. And then bring it back up, switch, pull it up. And then come on over, bending the elbow, rib cage to hips. And then bring it up. We're going to bring our arms down and go wide. Feet are facing forward. Whatever your descent in the lateral lunge is fine, okay? So you're going to push into the glute, right? Push into the glute. Then bring your knee to a bend and you'll bring yourself over. So wherever that is, it can be up here, whatever works for your body. And remember what the capabilities on both sides are. Eyes are down, head is long. From here, put your hand toward the floor or to the floor and open up to a side bend. Bring the hand down onto the little leg and push yourself up to the center. Same thing over the other side. You're going back first and then over. The hand comes down, the other hand comes up. Rotate toward it if you can. Put your hand on that leg and bring it back to center. Nice job. You're going to take yourself into a rotation here. If you have, if you can comfortably come into your second position, into your plie position, we're going to go down and we're going to hold. From here, I want you to move your top across your bottom. 3, 4. Now you can do this without coming down. 5, so you don't have to be in this position if it hurts your knees. 6, 7, and 8. And then push yourself back up. Heel toe in. I know we're almost done. I know I'm running kind of late. All right, get those legs into parallel position. Now you might want some support for this, so I'm just giving you an opportunity to walk toward the wall because we are going to do passes, ballet, and jazz, so or tree pose. So whatever you need to do, bring one leg up, just hold it there. Now jazz passe, you have a flexed foot, but I'm going to have you pointed here because I want that movement through the hip. Then take it out into tree or ballet passe. Lift up, get your head over your tailbone. Again, you could be supporting yourself. That balance is not the issue at this point. Bring it back to center and drive it down. Other side, pick it up. Now we can take it out. Of course, you keep it in jazz, right? Take it out. Bring it back to center. and take it down. Nice job. Now, we're going to end by opening our body up. So we're going to slide the legs forward. This is a long leg slide, so you're not bending the knees on this one. I want you to pull from the glute through the hamstrings. Now take one leg out, support yourself with your arm if you need to. Rotate the foot 4 times in one direction, and then the other. And then slide it back in, other side. Again, you can be holding on. Rotate. Then rotate. And slide it back in. I know, I just keep taking my time, don't I? All right, step side to side just to wake the body up. That was a lot of really still stuff, so I'm going to get you to be more alive here. Now put the arms into it. Yeah, you can even do a little dance here if you want to. I just want to get a little bit of flow in the areas that we work today, which is almost everything. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then washing machine. Oh my goodness. Let those arms flop like empty coat sleeves. 8, 7, 6. I could have done this for 2 hours. 3, obviously. 2 and 1. Come to the center. 3 breaths. And down. 2 more. And down. Last one. And down. Thank you, everybody, for coming to stretch. We opened up after being stiff for a long time. This is a good one to mark to use for the future. When you go to YouTube, it'll be there for you.